All right, welcome back. We are just starting our first episode of Restaurant Run. I'd like to introduce Carlos. Carlos, lean over and say hi to the camera real quick.
So,
Just wave your hand if you want to say hello. All right, Restaurant Run is one of those shows where, oh, that's nice. Well, we look at women as we drive around, but also right now we're on what's called Restaurant Time. So we're being paid. Well, some of us are by the restaurant to go get things for them. We will not mention what restaurant that is. We will not put any logos on here. As long as we can't see, you're good. You son of a bitch. Anyway, so Restaurant Run is basically stories about how you've had to get shit as restaurants have run out of things. Do you have any interesting stories, Carlos, about having episodes having to run like A Smart or Kroger or as right now Central Market in order to get what are we getting?
green beans.
Green beans. Green beans. And why don't we have green beans at the restaurant you're at, Carlos?
Because they didn't order enough.
They didn't order enough green beans. See, so somebody, I don't know who, but somebody dropped the ball on that one. I believe it or not, that happens a lot. I was at a certain restaurant here in the Metroplex of Fort Worth where it was common to borrow things from the restaurant next to us. I also worked at a restaurant and ran it where we ran out of shit almost on the daily because our head kitchen guys were shitty.
Sorry, I ate too much.
Hey, that's the guy on the couch back there, or actually the guy in the back seat. His name is not, necessary to see. You probably won't see in this episode.
It's not important.
It's not important. Quiet, Grandpa. Calm down. Calm down. Put your hat over your face and take a nap. We're going to teabag him later when he wakes up. Now,
There was a touch of food poisoning back here.
hey, you didn't eat at my place. I've had many episodes in the restaurant. Any dirty stories you got for us today, Carlos? Anything interesting happened in the restaurant?
Like sexually dirty or.
And anything you got. This is explicit content all the way. Don't worry about it. Like, I got a story. I worked at another restaurant down here in the Fort Worth Metroplex. I've worked at many what's called high-end restaurants. And some of the dirtiest shit happens in those places. If you guys really knew what went on, you probably wouldn't want to eat there again. But I won't give any names, so that way you won't know what's going on, and you can just be as shocked as I am when you find out about it later. One of the worst stories I got, honestly, I was 21. I just gotten on at my first high-end job. You know what job I'm talking about. And there was a certain wine steward there. He was a sommelier, and he was a prick. I mean, nobody liked him. I swear he must have had a picture of the boss of the restaurant blowing a goat because he could do no harm. So he ordered fried oysters for me one night. I had only been there like a week, and I didn't know the crew very well. I didn't know the guys. And I made the fried oysters. I put them on the way, piled them up the way they're supposed to on the door and everything. And the kitchen crew proceeds to hawk loogies all over them. I mean, just fucking, and it's like 4 or 5 guys just spitting all over his fucking oysters. And then they sat there and got cold, which I thought was fucking disgusting. He comes back and pops one in his mouth. He's like, "Oh, ow, these are so good." And I was like, the whole team helped. The whole team, I was like, it was one of those moments in the prison where you rat out to the warden
You
and
dick, I had fried oysters today. What?
No, it wasn't you. This was years ago. Those episodes of the movie where they look at the warden and he's like, am I going to rat these guys out and they're going to ask me in the shower later? So I just went with the crew and I was like, well, everybody contributed, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Later on, I worked with a server at another restaurant that worked with the guy who was the sommelier at the restaurant I was at. And she told me a lovely story that at the end of the night, they would pour all the backwash from the wine glasses into a large glass and have them try it until it was a new triage and everything when it was out there. So, I mean, this should tell you the guy's track record is 2 for 2. And this was at his own establishment once he owned his own place. So, and then server, if you're hearing this story, you know who you are. We talked about it at a certain pub on a Friday night after work one night. And any stories like that is what I'm saying. I got plenty of them.
I figured to go to the walk-in.
Yeah, you did?
Yeah.
Well, when your finger was done to being sticky, did you get caught or anything? Because that happened to me at Subway. I mean, not Subway, but a certain sandwich shop that was near Subway. You know what I'm saying? I was messing with my first wife, and we were in the freezer fooling around, and I pulled her titties out, and I had her from behind, and her titty actually got stuck because I wet my finger.
Yeah.
I got some warm water and then poured it on there. It's okay.
I'll spit on it.
Yeah, that's kind of what happened. Now, I actually knew a certain server that slept with a certain sous chef down in the dry goods area. She'd been wanting him for weeks. He tried to resist her. She wouldn't, give up. She was a drunkaholic, my favorite kind. So she literally banged him. And this restaurant, their dry storage goods area had the tunnels that lead all over the Metroplex.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, you know how dusty and dirty it gets down there.
Yes.
She comes back up, shirt's unrumpled. I mean, there's dust all over her back. Her hair's got cobwebs in it and shit. He's got, a big Durst angel on the back of his chef coat. Like he's playing out in ashes in Pompeii. And she's like, nothing happened. Dude, after that, he dumped her, which really pissed her off, so she came to work drunk. And this restaurant I worked at serves food on extremely hot plates and pans. She was serving in 3 burnt from extremely hot plates. and said that Wolverine kicked her ass. I was a food running coach at that place, so I had to send her home for a week. Kind of fucked up. She's doing better though.
Now.
So, what's going on? So we have no green beans today. Restaurant Run is all about dirty stories we've had from the kitchen, places we've been. If you have any comments, just go up my YouTube channel. Please send us your stories. We'll talk about them. We'll, discuss strange things. Some of the strangest things. It's funny because one of the things I love about being in the kitchen, and you can testify this, Carlos, you're a cook. It's almost like it's similar to being in the military because you're under fire all the time from some asshole who thinks he knows what he's doing, but he probably doesn't. He got that way because somebody else thinks he knew what he was doing, but he probably doesn't. You and your boys are the toughest thing you have. You guys stick together. You take shit from everybody else. But it's also the gayest place you'll ever be in your entire life.
Yes.
It's gayer than, it's gayer than the locker room with the ice capades in the Olympics. I'm saying. Because there's a lot of dick and ass grabbing jokes and sleeping with each other jokes, but it's just the way we relieve the tension. That's, cooks are some of the most disgusting and sick people in the world. And we love it. I mean, honestly, to be a cook is to be a 12-year-old who talks about dick and fart jokes all day and gets to play with sharp shit and fire. I mean, that's pretty much how I boil down my job to people. Like, what do you do all day? I play with fire and sharp knives and I make dick and fart jokes. Like, I see how long an English cucumber can poke someone in the butthole, or I carve little men with penises on them and put them on people's plates sometimes. We did that once. We carved a penis out of a cucumber and sour cream and stuck it on a general manager's desk on a spindle. Yeah. He's like, who did this? And we're like, I don't know. I was like, but man, I'm kind of offended by that. Can you get out of my window?
It's like, thank you guys. He takes it, goes off.
We walked up to the walk-in, and next thing you know, we didn't see him for days. True story.
Not with a smile on his face, though.
That's right. I've never seen someone's ass so full of vegetables in my entire life. All right, well, we're almost to our... Oh, there's a faux noodle house over here. Might try that out sometime. We're almost here to our destination here on Restaurant Run. We might pick up the episode as we go back, but I think the first episode wasn't too bad. I am the wonderful and extravagant Cook International. This here is Silos, and in the back, Grandpa, say goodnight.
There you go.
And his grandpa's already passed out. We're going to feed him, probably put some alcohol in him, get him back on the line. You'll never see him, but he is a fantastic cook as well when he has the time. Bye. Deuces. Have fun. I can't turn it off. Worst episode.